getting to the military to actually speak to the programs that they don't want. The worldwide situation that you were talking about, it was talked about in the war colleges when I went there in the early 1990s. And a lot of it was based upon the accepted science that there were going to be rising ocean levels. It was going to force a lot of people to the littoral areas, and nothing really in the Middle East that's occurred from the standpoint of what's going on with the populations and the no future for a lot of shifted demographics that are going to have half the population very young with no employment prospects, no future, and that's where the asymmetrical warriors of the future are going to come to. We're already at that. So the question is, I was just trying to hit the wave tops with what I thought was possible with getting to a renewable energy project. I think one of the biggest problems with the carbon fuel industry is they have huge subsidies and tax advantages that no other business has. So it's not like they're competing in a free marketplace. They've already got a rigged system. So, and that's part of the difficulty in inserting a renewable, sustainable energy system in the United States because of the vast advantage the carbon-based fuel industry still enjoys as far as accelerated depreciation, actual rebates of taxes, and it's a huge chunk. And some of my questionnaires that I've been getting, the negative press about is that I'm for raising taxes on gasoline. I'm not necessarily going to raise taxes on gasoline. I think it would be a good idea, and I believe in rebates over a direct carbon tax, but I think it's really in the details as far as how it works. But I would certainly say that the carbon-based fuel industry should not be enjoying the tax advantages that they do in the United States. And I look at everything as being connected. If you pull on the string, at one end of the country, it can have huge impacts all across the country. And I think renewable energy is one of those things that can have a lot of impact. But it's all connected to taxes and tax advantages that the carbon-based fuel industry enjoys. But you're right about the military having an impact as well, and what the cost of that would be all over the world. I can just tell you, I'll go back to what I said before. I mean, we need to honor mutual defense treaties, because I think that's what has given the world the period of peace that it has, with the conflict level still not being zero. But we also need to be very careful about putting boots on the ground, because we rapidly become the recruiting poster for whatever adversary that we face. I was in Al-Anbar in 2006. We were the best thing that ever happened to Al-Qaeda in Iraq while I was there, because they recruited off of us, and that's one of the problems with whatever we do with ISIS now.
Ken, did you have a question?
Well, yes. Trying to get this right. The utility industry is largely regarded, at least in terms of systems thinkers in the renewable energy industry, as being in the death spiral. Right now, we have 5% penetration of renewables into the global energy grid. In about 7 years, it's going to be something along the lines of 20+% if current trends are any indicator. At that point, no utility company of the big three in California is going to be viable. Southern California, Edison, San Diego Gas and Electric are going to be asking for bailouts. And I'd love feedback from both speakers in terms of what they think should happen to those industries at that point. Should they become government industries? Should they get unlimited bailouts? Should the Sierra Club take them over? What do you view as the logical future of the utility industry in a world where their current business model just doesn't work?